Okay, my bit is done.
Hello everyone and welcome back to DCM, Dark, Clark, and Mark, your favorite local video game talk show. I am your host, Howard.
I'm David.
Let's start off with some segments.
Okay.
You know it's a slow month when a 20-year-old game is actually the focal talking point of the month.
Yes, but I feel like there's some additional context that we're not addressing.
So Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion just got remastered. Actually a game that was leaked 2 years ago, if I remember correctly.
Was it really 2 years?
It was a while.
Oh my God.
It was supposed to come out in 2024?
Okay.
At the same time as a Fallout 3 remaster of the same variety.
And we have heard nothing on that, I assume.
No,
Okay.
But this was the worst kept shadow drop in the history of shadow drops. This game was getting leaked hourly the days before it happened, and then on 4/21 the game Shadow released on the Game Pass. Hold on, I almost freaked out when I saw this, all right? Actually, here, I'm gonna show gameplay, all right? Ooh.
Look how nice that looks.
Oh, wow, and you're going like, oh, is this one of those $80 games I've been hearing about? Hold on. I literally, I was flabbergasted. The price.
Is it 50 bucks? I thought it was 50. I could be wrong.
I'm sorry. Steam. I forgot. Google doesn't help. Yeah, $50.
Pretty nice. And that you may think that's a little pricey even for a remaster, but again, check the gameplay. See how good this looks.
Yeah. Hold on, one more time. Ooh. Look at that. $50. $50.
It was to the point that I wasn't convinced it was just a simple remaster. I was like, there's no way this looks this good and it's just a remaster.
Apparently the designers are 100% adamant. It's like, no.
I know.
This is a remaster. We kept everything the same. It just looks pretty.
It just looks pretty.
That's it. And I'm like, wow, I really liked it. Because they kept I think someone said I think the only glitch I think they found that was fixed was the dupe glitch, but they found a new dupe glitch.
So I didn't look further into it, but I saw a screenshot from the Elder Scrolls wiki for Oblivion, especially Oblivion Remastered, and there was two tabs right under each other. One was bugs fixed, and then bugs introduced.
and you know, it really does keep the spirit of Oblivion, because when I first played Oblivion, I did the main story. I got to an Oblivion gate. First one in the game. It's story important. You have to go into this one. I took the stone out. The game crashed in the loading screen.
Classic.
And I'm like, wow.
Classic Bethesda.
That sucks. And this was like, in 2011 or whenever I played it, or 12 or whatever. And then I'm like, wow. Oblivion Remastered's great. I can't wait to do this story quest and pick up the stone. And guess what? The game crashed behind the loading screen.
It's just like old times.
It's the same game.
It's just like old times.
And honestly, you know what? I dig it. I can see why everyone's really happy with it. And good, because 10 years of Skyrim was too much. Skyrim's trash. I don't care. Stupid.
They've milked it all as much as they possibly can. Now they got to go back to a different game and milk that one.
I mean, and if Fallout 3 is gonna go the exact same way, like this is the remasters that people should be like, focusing on. Because even though it's like, okay,
especially considering Fallout is like big and popular because of the Amazon show, that. To remaster a game like Fallout 3 would make sense. It would make money, and we know Microsoft likes making money.
Yeah, because, you know, they do kind of need some money.
Yeah.
To make up for that Activision
So,
purchase.
you know, Microsoft, get on a Fallout 3 remaster. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I guess it is kind of smart as a business strategy when you're a video game company to make video games.
You know, sometimes, Howard, you have these little just bright little moments of genius. It's so impressive every single time.
Why am I not working at Microsoft?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know.
You know, it's just like they just need a game. That's all they need to do. They just need a game. So yeah, and like, and I saw, what was it? Everyone's having a blast. I saw the original Wonder Woman. What's her name?
Oh, Linda Carter.
Yeah, she's like, oh, by the way, hope you have fun. I was all the female orcs in the game.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I didn't even know that. What a fantastic time. What a wonderful time to be alive.
Right.
What a wonderful time. So,
I need to get it. I never played Oblivion. Skyrim is my first and only Elder Scrolls game I've played. Not true. I played about an hour of Morrowind before I said, what the hell am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I gave up.
That was me with Morrowind. I went like, all right, let's try Morrowind. And I just went,
yeah. Because like everyone said Morrowind was like the best of them.
yeah.
And then I was just like, what?
Why is the pause button not on the pause button? I'm so confused. I was not.
And then I never touched it again.
Yeah, same. We have to cover it because it's the most talked about thing. Like 100%, and like it. And the funny part is even though everyone leaked it and everyone knew it was coming about, everyone popped off when it released.
Yeah. I think that was because they shadow released it.
Yeah.
Like they without any prior announcement, they're just like, here you go. Have fun.
The downside is apparently there was an indie game that came out that was also an RPG.
There were a couple indie games. I saw some indie devs being like a little annoyed that it kind of overshadowed a lot of those releases.
Yeah, but I think that's more of the issue of there's too many games coming out.
There is that as well.
There's a point where I don't know. Listen, I personally don't know how the game industry works, but there is a point where I do think we need to have a sit down and be like, there's too many games? Especially when you choose like the same 4 months to release everything. The only one I know for sure is I think it's that turn-based one that everyone's been talking about great things about. Because it's a game. It was a Game Pass day one.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. It's got that like really weird, complicated name, right?
Yeah, that has the year title in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on screen because I totally forgot. But because they get told what games are coming out, so it's like imagine signing the contract that Microsoft's gonna give you some extra money to put it on Game Pass, and it's like, oh, by the way, we're also shadow dropping Oblivion.
We're also dropping a remaster of a game that literally everyone loves.
We're dropping a remaster of the first full RPG, open world RPG on the Xbox 360, a historical game. We're just shadow dropping it.
So just so you know, sorry in advance.
More you know. Yeah, hop on Oblivion.
Yeah.
Chat, hop on Oblivion.
I've really liked seeing everyone's monstrosities in the character creator. Oh, that's been a highlight so far.
Well, in the story of no surprises ever in this industry, EA cut about 300 roles in their studios again.
Wow.
More staff layoffs.
EA doing something stupid and ruining people's livelihoods.
But wait.
Who would have guessed?
But wait, there's more. One of which was a canceled Titanfall game. Now, is this Titanfall 3? Everyone, Apex Legends isn't. It's whatever. What are we gonna do?
I've heard reports that it was an extraction shooter.
Which,
I don't know how a Titanfall extraction shooter would work, but
so hold on, I'm stupid. Remind me, extraction shooters like Rainbow Six Siege,
Yes.
right? Why?
you see where my confusion is stemming from.
Why is it like, okay, hear me out. It's just Call of Duty with robots.
Yeah.
Why is this so hard? Who is the one huffing things? It's like, what do you mean? Extraction shooter. Can I just hop in Optimus Prime and mess people up? Is this like so hard?
I guess
why is this so hard? Titanfall 2 servers still barely work, and you're gonna make it an extraction shooter? Why? It's a waste of money. It's stupid.
I would almost say it's a good thing it got canceled, but it also meant that a lot of people lost their jobs, so it's not a good thing.
Yeah. Yup, because this is also following, what was it? They cut a bunch of jobs at BioWare because, what was it? They were taking forever making games. They cut a bunch of Codemasters. They cut, what was it? Last year they cut 670 workers at last year. So they're just laying off people left and right. I don't know what more else to say other than what do you mean it was an extraction shooter? I'm sorry.
I have also heard that there were 2 Titanfall games developed. One was the extraction shooter, one was a proper Titanfall 3. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I've heard.
I feel like the time to commit to a Titanfall 3 was when Apex Legends released, and everyone was like, hey, can you make a new one? Like a new one? In 2019. So I feel like that would have been a good time to just, be like, hey, maybe we should, with the success of Apex, make a game. But no.
That would have been nice.
But no. Instead, I don't even know if Apex Legends is like even popular. I'm gonna be real. I'm so out of the loop. I think PlayerUnknown's Battleground's way more popular.
Yeah.
I think that's
it doesn't matter. Everyone's playing Marvel Rivals anyways.
Well, until that dies.
Yeah. Until something else comes along.
Until they, I don't know, do something real stupid.
So what I'm hearing is they should scrap Apex Legends and make a Titanfall hero shooter.
They each have their own specific mech.
See, we're cooking.
And imagine if it had the story that Overwatch 2 said it was going to have. Oh my god, Overwatch is it's so Jover for
I
Overwatch.
forgot Overwatch 2 was supposed to have a story mode.
It was supposed to have story mode, a PvE mode that was like a RPG where you could upgrade your skills and stuff, and then like a couple other things, and then it ended up having nothing.
Lovely.
And then I think, it was not good. So yeah, no Titanfall 3 again.
Whoa.
6th year of no Titanfall 3. Where's that Twitter gimmick account? Like, is Bayonetta 3 happening? Can we just have like, is Titanfall 3 still never happening?
Yes.
Just have that.
I mean, we can make that. We can make that.
Oh, I don't wanna, cause the automation stuff costs like $10,000.
Well, so we don't automate it. We just do it every day.
I am not going to remember it more after day 4. I'm gonna be honest.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna be honest. I
Fair
hate doing
enough.
it. So remember last episode where we had a segment where we were excited that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 was coming out and it like looked really good.
Yes.
So
I remember it well.
Yeah, so Skate 4, the game that's been in development forever, which game should take literally about 5 seconds to make. It's not really that hard, but I guess it is. So not only is it going to be a free-to-play live service game, there is no offline mode at all. And knowing Skate's track record of how basically every single server was shut in Skate by 2014 for a game that came out in like 2010. Yeah. That's nice to know. So it's a free game. So they'll easily just delete it when it's not profitable. That's always online. So once they delete it, you can't play it.
And I feel like at this point, the general audience who would have played Skate, they've kind of just given up. I know I have given up on Skate.
Yeah, it's like the fact that like everyone was happy when Skate 3 became backwards compatible and they turned the servers on for like a year or two and then shut them off again, which people were not happy with. So it's like, okay, Skate 3 is back, right? People were happy. You had the servers online. Then you went, no servers, bye-bye. That way we can kind of entice you to come to this free-to-play one, because that's what everyone always wanted. A free-to-play, always online skate game. I don't. And they're adding microtransactions, of course.
Oh yeah, it's a free-to-play live service game.
Free to play.
So like, why wouldn't they? They need to make money off of it somehow.
Like, why couldn't you just make this like a $60 game?
I don't know.
Like, why do we have to like scam people? It's Skate. Everyone knows Skate. Like, it's gonna make money. You know how easy it is to make money? You just make a game that people can just buy and enjoy.
Again, if you just make games, you'll make money.
Remember?
That's how the industry works.
Remember when Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 HD Remastered came out?
Yeah.
And then it, stay with me now, made money. That's
such an alien concept to me, honestly. I'm sorry
honestly,
to say.
why in the meantime they didn't have a Skate remake?
I don't know.
Come on. This is so stupid. Nobody wants it to be always on. Literally, everyone is so hyped for Skate 4, and then the moment I saw news of this, oh, it's an always on, gone.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah.
Who cares? Why would anyone care anymore? Why would anyone care?
I don't know. I mean, it's been in development for so long that I think people already are starting to lose interest.
Yeah, because they announced it, what, in 2020 or something? It was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
They announced it during the pandemic, and it's still not out. This is like Elder Scrolls level bad.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, we have a concept for Elder Scrolls 6. We will show you nothing since.
I didn't even know if they had a concept when they announced it. I think they just announced it just because, like, yeah, we'll get to this at some point.
Yeah, it's on the table. It's on the table. It's like, yeah, they had a play test, and it's like, cool. You know, they played early builds, but it's like,
oh well.
It's like in the obvious, like, what's gonna win? Because like it's like, you know, like the Guitar Hero and Rock Band war, you know, the Tony Hawk and Skate war. Skate's, I can't eat my words, but Skate's not gonna win.
No,
at all. I feel like this is gonna be a big old flop.
We have already 1 and 2 remastered, and 3 and 4 remasters on the way, and nothing from Skate. No, next to nothing from Skate.
We have early play tests, and I think there was an alpha maybe.
And we don't have a release date still.
Yeah, there's still no release date. Isn't that nice? They're telling us, oh hey, by the way, we are adding in Skate battle passes. When's the game coming out? Oh.
They're focused on making money first. Having fun second.
Oh, you know what? That's a good bar. That's a good way to look at it. Good way is to frame it, not reality.
Yeah.
No, that's no. No, that was. Yeah. So calling an early rip Skate. I can't wait for in 2 years when we come back and they're like, yeah, we're shutting down the Skate servers. We have not made $20 more billion on this per second. There's no point to continue. Maybe adding Sabrina Carpenter's skating was not the best financial decision. Why can't we be Fortnite?
Sorry, Tony Pac already beat adding the Doomslayer into their game. Dropped the ball on that one. Sorry, Skate.
If they put in Isaac from Dead Space, I feel like that'd save it. I'm pretty sure Isaac was in a Skate game.
Was he?
Hold on. Sorry.
Going off on a tangent. A classic DCM tangent.
I know he was in a My Sims game. Yeah, Isaac Clarke was playable in Skate 3. If you put in the code
Whoa,
Dead Space
and
2.
Tiger Woods PGA Tour 10 NBA Jam on Fire edition.
Hey, this also isn't including, he was a guest character in the My Sims Sky Hero game.
That's huge.
Yeah. Isn't it wild that for like 2 years Isaac Clarke was like, actually, from Dead Space 2 to Dead Space 3, he was the mascot.
He was the poster boy, yeah.
And then like, they put too much money in 3
and they did that really, really good remake that everyone loved, and EA decided to do nothing with it afterwards. Because they didn't make enough money.
And then they went, we were never intending to make Dead Space 2 remake or another Dead Space game. We just did it for the love of the game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, that's
sure.
That's what we call in the business funny, Sure. That's a good joke. Maybe they just should have did the Skate remaster instead. It probably cost less money. And I guess to wrap the show up, because we're full of positive news today.
We always are, Howard. We always are.
The video game industry was doing so well when we first started, and then it went.
It's been like a sharp downward spike ever since.
They had 1 year of being the most profitable media imaginable. And it instantly became corporate soulless slop with bad news after bad news after bad news.
It's depressing doing this show, guys. It really is.
Why do you think we have more fun reviewing Resident Evil movies?
Yeah. We don't even like most of those movies.
Yeah, they all sucked, but we could yap about that for what? 4 hours total. 4 hours.
4 hours.
So yeah, one of our earlier stories was that EA bought the company Codemasters. They're famous for games like Dirt. They do a lot of simulation racing. And one of the things that you got to know about EA historically is that for some reason with Need for Speed, they get easily butthurt. So when Burnout was up and coming, right? Burnout Revenge, doing all that stuff. EA was like, "Yep, this is our thing now. Gimme!" And they took it. Right? And then they made Burnout Paradise, one of the greatest racing games ever, right? Beloved thing. And then they just kind of took the team that made Burnout and shoved them for the Need for Speed minds, and now Burnout's a dead franchise. So Codemasters is the thing that I think I kind of knew was always going to happen, I just didn't think it was so soon, is Codemasters made Dirt. Dirt was doing more, better than Need for Speed, because let's be real here, a lot of the Need for Speed games nowadays are just kind of good. I mean, they had that live service one that everyone said was fine after they updated it for 2 years. It's kind of not in the eye. They dropped a Need for Speed game before Christmas and didn't even advertise it with Unbound.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, everyone did. So, of course, with Codemaster, with their famous games like Dirt, I don't even think EA even got a chance to make a game with them. They just said, by the way, every game involving Dirt, gone. All your game franchises, gone. So they just took the Dirt IP and all the other rally IPs that Codemaster has and all their other games, because they worked on other games. They made, I think they actually made one of the Clive Barker games.
Oh, did they?
I think they made,
okay.
I don't know if they made both or one of them, but yeah, so all those games EA just kind of took, and they went, yeah. I failed to understand the business model. They also had Grid, which was also doing really well. So So 2020, all the Codemasters racing games, they were big. And for some reason, EA just went, no. Gone. Bye-bye. No more rally games for Codemasters. What they're going to make? Who knows?
Anything worthwhile? Maybe?
Yeah, they made a rally game in 2023. That's all updates have been canceled. Which was a successor to the Dirt series because I guess for some reason they didn't want to make a Dirt game. EA didn't want to make one. They're just pausing all Dirt rallying games. So there's no Dirt, there's no Grid. I think they're gonna probably be sent to the F1 series, to EA's F1 games. So
it's a bleak world out there, man. It's bleak.
Oh, isn't this wonderful? The studio promises fans that it will continue to be available.
Oh.
Isn't that comforting?
That's so encouraging. Thank you, EA. I appreciate that. I really appreciate
30 years of Dirt Rally games. Gone. Because EA was just like,
He's jealous.
Yeah, basically, yeah, they're jealous.
They're jealous like a scorned woman.
It's like maybe owning all the racing games and then never advertising any of the racing games is not the best look. Especially when, your competition is Mario Kart, which does gangbusters when it comes to racing in general.
Yeah.
Shovelware kart racers to rip off Mario. And what are the other ones? It's Gran Turismo for PlayStation and Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsports, which both do gangbusters, even though I don't think Gran Turismo, the last one, did as well. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember either.
Another Horizon, the Forza games.
I don't remember when it came out, to be honest, but...
It came out like 5 years ago.
Oh, that's probably why I don't remember.
But yeah, so no, the EA does...
Thanks, EA. You're really knocking it out of the park today.
We've had enough depression. This is miserable. I'm not having a good time, chat.
Neither am I.
That's it. We're just gonna retire. I'm done with this. Want one?
This is our retirement. Just eating these.
I don't want to do this anymore. Video games suck.
Yeah. It's not fun anymore.
Because listen, you may go like, oh, these stories are boring or blah, blah, blah. Do you know that most video game coverage is just drama? It's all drama over stupid things. I can't keep doing this.
It's either drama, or people getting fired,
or corporations being dumb and evil. We don't even have any good stories.
And every so often, there's like one good thing, like Oblivion. But like Oblivion, they come out of nowhere, and they're fleeting. Those good feelings last for a good couple days, and then you're back to being depressed. You ever seen that Smiling Friends episode where they go to Dave Land? That's a callback from someone when we weren't even recording. This is meaning nothing to you. Everything is meaningless. The only thing that has any meaning is these goddamn cheese balls.
They're not even ours. We stole them. Whatever. Just kill the show. I don't care. Cut the feed. I'm done, man.